What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Random Encounter Podcast, episode 151. I'm your host, James, and I'm joined by the Dress for Your Master, the dominant himself, Bryant.
Live from Armadillo.
And of course, we got the fanboy himself, Phaneckswhy.
What's up?
And we got the great ace attorney, Ash Destroy Him.
Live from Kawasaki, Japan.
Literally.
Yeah, literally Japan. Ash right now is in Japan. Having the time of his life, visiting as much Dragon Quest places as possible. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's over there on vacation, so he's with us for a little bit before he continues enjoying his vacation over there. So yeah.
The podcast is worldwide.
Yep. Now we're officially worldwide. Do you even have enough? Well, I guess you said you were in the subway, right? So I guess I was gonna say there's no point in showing like camera and showing around there. So it's all good.
No, I can.
Let's do it.
See if he has enough bandwidth.
Yeah, see
And
how
of course for the audio.
Hey, look at that.
Listeners,
It looks great.
Oh yeah, it's actually really good.
Let me see. Yeah, see me?
Yeah.
Oh,
there we go.
Look how clean it looks there. I'm so jealous. It looks
I know,
amazing.
right?
See that?
Look at that.
Yeah. You lucky bastard.
How's the weather? Looks pretty good too.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Perfect.
like 60, 70.
Yes. Oh God, I want to stay here. I love the weather here. Insane.
Yeah, I would assume so. It's got to be better. I mean, even though at least over here in Florida, it hasn't been too bad these past few days.
Yeah, for anybody that's watching, I highly recommend getting the Ubigi eSIM. It's owned by a Japanese company, so you automatically get 5G across the board within Japan. So this is why I look so nice. Look so good on camera right now.
Yeah, super clean. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can get like a coupon that gives you 20% off, and in total you can get like 20 gigs of data for like $25 for like 2 weeks.
Nice.
I highly recommend if you don't want to spend too much money with your own carrier for international plans. But if you want to do that, that's up to you. So,
yeah. I'm sure Ash is gonna have. You're over there for what, 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks. I'm gonna be back by October 22nd or something like that. So within the next podcast, you'll see me again in Japan. So
there you go. We'll see, and we'll see what more stuff he has to tell us about. We'll ask him on his adventures next week to see everything he's visited, any video game centric places he's gone to, and maybe he's gone over to Square Enix directly and asked them where's Final Fantasy IX remake. I mean that'll be a good thing.
Ask for the 13 re-release too.
I did walk into a Square Enix Steam store, which was nice. So there's
nice.
that. They were mainly showing this mostly Final Fantasy VII. I was a bit disappointed with that. I was really hoping to see like a variety of different IPs, but I seen only just Final Fantasy VII and Dragon Quest, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. Which, let me tell you this again, James. In that Square Enix store, they only showed mainly slime merchandise, which I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. I want to see other stuff other than slime. So I think I need to explore further out in other places to see if I can get that niche merchandise for other stuff that I want from my IP. So.
Yeah, and I feel like Square Enix has a huge focus on Final Fantasy VII. I mean, honestly, they're spending a lot of money on the remake, so I'm sure they want the franchise to somehow stick out. Hence why it's available on Switch. And there was actually an interview recently where they were talking about how they're trying to get to a greater audience, and they're hoping the Switch will help that, which is why they're excited for it to come along on Switch. And of course, they're doing the updates available on all platforms, existing platforms, where they have like an easy mode in the game because they're just trying to branch off. There was a survey showing who is buying Final Fantasy VII Remake, and the survey was showing that pretty much people that are close to their 40s, it's been the audience purchasing Final Fantasy VII Remake, where the young crowd is not buying it as much, which is kind of sad. Just shows you where they're at. Fortunately, their hearts are in gacha games or Call of Duty and Fortnite and all that other stuff there. So, but there's hope. My son, I told him he needs to get onto Final Fantasy VII Remake, and he said he is going to do it after Kingdom Hearts. So we're getting on track there.
Oh, like 10 years from now.
Yeah, he's gonna be telling his friends. He'll be that ray of hope, telling his friends, "All right, guys, it's time to play real games. Let's get you on Final Fantasy and and all of that." So yeah, he has played Dragon Quest V. He played Dragon Quest V
Who, me?
alongside me, which is cool. So
Who, me?
that's a huh?
Who,
No,
me?
no, my
No,
son.
his son.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. I was about to say, I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, the only reason he didn't beat it is because he did so in Dragon Quest V, you had to because we're playing the mobile version, you have to manually upload your save data to the cloud. And when we got him
Yeah, that's
a new
ridiculous.
phone, he did not upload his save data to the cloud. So we erased the old phone, he got the new phone, and of course all his save data was gone. So after that, he's like, "Yeah, I don't want to start all over." He was close to the end, and it's understandable. Like Final Fantasy VIII, I have yet to beat that game because, my brother wrote over my save data, and I was like, "Man, like every time I restart this game, it's like I just can't." I was so far, I was close to the end, and now I have to restart. So I get it, I get it. But let's go ahead and dive into some of the smaller news. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow on Twitch if you're listening to our audio if you listen to audio only on, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, also follow on there as well, as Bryant does all the uploading for our audio stuff there. So, yeah, let's start off with Final Fantasy since we're talking about Square Enix already. Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, and Final Fantasy 9 are coming to Nintendo Switch physically on December 9th. This is the first time they'll be officially released physically in North America. And the price point is the only thing that's kind of like, oof, that hurts. You're looking at $40 for that. Final Fantasy 7
For
and
what?
8 are a bundle, and then Final
Okay.
Fantasy 9 is on its own. So Final Fantasy 9.
So 40 and 40?
Yes. So 40 for Final Fantasy 9, which I feel is a lot. 40 for 7 and 8, which, I mean, I feel like that you can
That
just
doesn't
buy
make
a little
sense
bit
with
more.
PlayStation RPGs. Like it should be like put like 9 with like no, not tactics. You can't do tactics, but
Yeah.
put 9 with like something else because it's like why is 9 worth 40 and 7 and 8 are worth 40 put together? They're all PS1 games. Like I don't
Well,
get
and
it.
Final Fantasy 8's the remastered version, right? Or whatever it was called. I think it's
Right.
called Final Fantasy 8 Remastered. Or Final Fantasy
Yeah.
9 is not a remaster. It's just the PC port.
The original.
Yeah, it's like it's the PC, the mobile. Well, it was the mobile port. I think they eventually went to PC, and now they put it on consoles. And then 7 is the same thing. It's it's not the PC port. It's the mobile port. They ported there as well. Yeah, it's pretty up there in price. Like I'm like $40. It's pretty steep. But I guess if you really want these games physically, you're gonna buy them, or you can wait for them to go on sale as well, and they'll hopefully go on sale. Because I remember when the Pixel remasters came out, I did not buy them at launch because they're $80, which was ridiculous in my opinion for those. But eventually, I think Amazon had a sale, and I picked it up on Amazon for like $40 or something like that. So at that price point, I was like, yeah, it's a no brainer.
Even if 9 was like 30, I'd be okay with it maybe, but like 40 by itself with 2 other games for 40, like that, I don't get what the math is there.
Because I think digitally it's 20, so you're doubling it just for it being physical. That's no. But I feel like they also know that people are gonna buy it, so that's probably why they're pricing it that high. Not me though. I will not buy it. I own all 3 of them already digitally, and I am not gonna double dip. Maybe if they get cheap enough, like $10 or something like that, I'll buy it physically. But I am not double dipping at $40 for sure.
As someone that's a digital player, there is something really cool to me that if I owned 1 through 6 physically, I got 7, 8, 9 physically, and you can get 10, I think, physically on Switch too.
Yeah.
There's something kind of cool about that, like to have all that physically, like on Switch. I think there's
Yeah.
something kind of innate about that I like. I'm not going to do it, but there's something cool about that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's just like me having, for example, like having Marvel vs. Capcom, but also this. I just think it's kind of cool having just the series there. Like I have this in a drawer, so it's not like I'm showing off this series, but it is kind of cool.
Is the other Capcom Fighting Collection available physically with like Darkstalkers on it?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have that one?
I do not have that one. I never bought that one actually. But I also have this. Like, do you remember this game? A game that nobody's played, unfortunately, which is really good. Crossover of Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah, that's called
Never seen that one.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I got excited for it when it came out on the Wii U.
Yeah, I think Fan, you'll like this because it's Fire Emblem, but it's not tactical RPG. It's turn based,
Yeah,
and it's
it was a bit of a misdirection per se because the first teaser trailer was literally showing PNG images of Shin Megami Tensei 4 characters and then Fire Emblem Awakening characters. That's the very first teaser trailer, and
yeah,
people didn't know how that was going to work out due to two different JRPGs having different styles. One was tactical, while the other one was just turn based essentially. So people were trying
yeah.
to figure out what that was, and then when the second trailer came out, which was Tokyo Mirage Sessions, people were trying to figure out, okay, is this something new, different? And then that's when he announced, oh, this is a crossover between the two games that we were talking about earlier. We're like, what? I
Hmm.
remember that whole thing. I think I have an older live reaction to that back then. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, it's a pretty good game. It does feel very. So I never played any of the Shin Megami Tensei games. But to me, it felt very Persona. Like you have your characters, and then you go into what's basically the metaverse. You go in there, and then you have to go ahead and kind of like free people. But you get these characters, and what happens is when you travel to the metaverse, you pretty much take on the look of a Fire Emblem character. So like the main character is look is based off of Chrom for Fire Emblem Awakening. And then you have a persona, which I forgot what they call them in this game, which is basically it's Chrom. So like Chrom would come out and like do the moves, and then the move sets that you have are basically persona moves. So you'll have like what is it, Aggie, which is the fire move. You have like the wind element. You have a lot of the same type of move sets that you get in that, which I know that carries over to Shin Megami Tensei, where they have also like the same names, the same enemies, monsters, demons, whatever you want to call them, and so forth. But yeah, I recommend giving it a try if you haven't played it. Really, really cool game.
yep, same here.
Um, Claire Obscure is getting a free update which adds new dungeons, costumes, enemies, and bosses. Ben Starr did show that it looks like there might be some more stuff to this because he says that he's recording new lines for Verso. So I think it's pretty cool that they're doing a free update. They're adding this stuff and it's possibly new story elements to it, which is kind of nice. And I want to say I'm trying to think, what's the last big game like that that's got a free update and just added more content? I feel like that doesn't happen too often. They could have charged DLC,
Yeah,
but they didn't, which is kind of cool. So, uh, who's excited about that here?
I
Oh
am.
my god, I am so
Well,
excited for that.
is there
Ash still
is there
needs to
any
finish the
controversy
game.
around it? I
What is that?
know,
Yeah,
but
I
is there
still
any
need to beat it.
controversy around that?
Is there what?
The co-
Is there any controversy around it? I'm assuming because I know there's going to be certain people that are mad about that,
about
but
DLC for
like
it?
about free DLC for it. That's the thing,
Why?
you know. Well, because before they remember the whole 6 song controversy, how like the game is like one of the best games ever. It's only $20, and then a whole bunch of indie devs are calling out saying, "Hey, listen, they have to like price their games more cheaper because the best indie games like $20. I feel like it's going to be the same way when it comes to them releasing fantastic free DLC, and then there's going to be a whole bunch of game devs trying to trash on them again because they release free DLC,
Hmm.
right?
I haven't heard anything negative about it. I mean, I think the game has just garnered such
That's good.
goodwill because it's made by such a small team and it's just such a beautiful work of art that I think any game developer worth their salt is going to be cheering it on and saying like, yeah, do what you want.
Yeah,
You sold
yeah,
5 million freaking copies of
I
this
hope so.
game, like
Yeah, I
um,
hope so because
yeah,
like nowadays, so they're just like mad at the bigger at the people at the top for just giving away stuff or making things cheaper for consumers and stuff. Which at this point, to me, I'm like, you can't just get mad at your fellow game devs or competitors and stuff. You just got to keep competing. Competition's healthy for consumers. So just keep plugging at it, and that's pretty much it. But I'm glad there's no controversy around that, because when I saw that the DLC was free, they're just going to add new dungeons, voice lines, and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I wonder what the other game devs are going to say about this one. So,
Yeah, I mean, you get people who just
well,
hate just to hate.
right.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this DLC, but I will say that it kind of has the same effect for me as like the 16 DLC, the Final Fantasy 16 DLC had for me, and Sea of Stars had for me, and what's another game that had DLC that came out after I finished it? Um,
Hmm.
there's another, I can't remember what it was, but there was another game that came out, and I think I even platinumed it, and
Didn't
I just
Astrobot get a free DLC with more stages and stuff?
Yeah,
it
they
did, but
did.
Astrobot was basic, so like I could
Okay.
jump right back into it. But the thought of going back to Expedition 33 after I haven't played it for like 5 months,
Persona
6
3
months,
Reload.
that's another one I didn't go back to because it's just I've been out of it for so long. I never went back to Episode Aegis, but same thing with this, where it's like I have to play because it's my goat, right? But at the same time, like just imagining what my build was like when I beat Simon in Expedition 33 and how intense I got to make my build and to do these abilities and all this stuff, and just kind of having to jump back into that mindset and relearn how I had characters set up and stuff sounds
Yeah.
really intimidating, but I'll have to do it because it's my favorite game of all time. But I think it's awesome that they're making more DLC for it, and they just said actually they're starting the pre-concepts of their new game, and I really hope they do another game in the Claire Obscure series because the game begs for a sequel and more spin-offs with more story about that world.
I mean, to be fair, Breath of the Wild used to be my like favorite game of all time before Tears of the Kingdom, and I never played the DLC. I refuse actually to buy the DLC there because it's one of those things that the game was fine, and the DLC it has, yeah, it adds a little bit of story content to it about the champions, but to me, it just I didn't care about enough for that. And I'm one of those that I don't really how can I put it? Like I don't really like DLC except for fighting games. Like I don't mind DLC in fighting games because it's new characters. So like I bought all the Smash DLC, Street Fighter DLC. Well, technically I bought the game all over again on Switch too and got was it the character pass? Was it 1 and 2 or whatever they came with? So I got that, but like anything else, like Fire Emblem, I still haven't bought the Fire Emblem DLC for any of the games because I was just like, I don't really need it. I beat three houses, and part of me actually now wants to buy the DLC because the new Fire Emblem game seems to have some ties to the DLC, and that's now it has me wondering, okay, maybe I should go into the DLC and see what that story is about, since it's a different path. But I don't know, like I'm good with like one and done. Like finish the game is cool. Sometimes it's cool about the lore. Like Ghost of Tsushima, I probably would have never done the DLC that they had
That
if
was another one too.
uh
I bought Ichi Island. I never went
is-
back to it because by the time it came out, I tried to play it. I'm like, I have no idea how to play this anymore.
yeah. I don't know why. I don't know. I did that. I came in and it was actually short because I think I beat it like in almost 2 hours. I didn't do any of the side quests. I just went straight for the story, beat it. And I was like, oh, okay, this was like a filler arc. Like I didn't really need to play this part because they didn't really add on to the existing story. But like some of the stuff that I would like is stuff that expands on the lore. So like Final Fantasy 16, even though I haven't beaten it, I do want to do the Leviathan DLC because I think the lore behind that, like where's Leviathan throughout the whole thing, and you hear about him and that what do they call icon exists, but it's nowhere in the main game. I think that's kind of cool. Like stuff like that I wouldn't mind because it adds to the
Cool
lore.
concept.
Yeah, like Mass Effect had great DLC. Mass Effect is I think the only game I got their DLC, and it's because it expanded lore. Like I remember the Leviathan DLC for Mass Effect 3. I enjoyed that because you actually went in and you saw a what is it called? What are they called? Reapers, right? Was that what they were called in that game?
The bad guys in Mass
Yeah.
Effect, I think
Like
so.
the robots are trying to kill everybody. Yeah, there was a Reaper, which was the Leviathan in some planet, and then you gotta talk to it and kind of like explain like the story behind the Reaper, and I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah. But
For me,
mhm,
I don't like having incomplete games, so I'm kind of a sucker for buying DLC because
yeah.
it's like they have I want to have like the complete thing that
Hmm.
was done for it, even though I rarely go back and play DLCs. I'm a sucker. What can I say?
Yeah. No, I understand too that too. Like I get that as well. Like part of me is also like that. Like, I should probably get the DLC for Breath of the Wilds or whatever game out there, Donkey Kong Bonanza. But I'm like, nah, I'll hold off until I really need it. Pokemon also, I haven't gotten the DLC for Pokemon. I kind of want to, but I'm like, it's just I don't, I don't know. I
That preloaded for me today.
yeah. Oh, Legends ZA.
Yeah, preloaded for the
Yeah,
pre-order
Brian's gonna be playing it. Nice.
Do I have to play Legends first though? I never played Legends.
No, they're different.
Okay.
Yeah, you actually
Okay.
got to start with Pokemon Red because it's all canon. So you got to beat Red, and then you got to go all the way. Now you'll be
Okay,
completely
well,
lost.
I know what I'm doing for the next 6 years of my life.
Yeah. No, Legends and Legends EA are not related in any way, shape, or form, which is nice. X and Y though, there is backstory because like you're getting characters from Pokemon X and Y, but I mean you could probably YouTube the story or something like that. Because the game would take you like 30 hours or so. But yeah, that's Claire Obscure getting their free DLC. Last bit of small news that I want to touch on was seems that Ubisoft has canceled a post-Civil War Assassin's Creed game due to the current political climate. I originally wasn't going to put this on the podcast, but I feel like I do want to I do want to mention this a little bit because I just think it's stupid that we live in a timeline where now you can't really post your creative vision because you're afraid of backlash. Like honestly speaking, I think, regardless if people agree with what you want to create or not, you should be able to create it regardless. And if people don't like it, they don't have to buy it. Right? It's one of those things that, if you don't like cheeseburgers because you're a vegan, do you go ahead and, get upset and then, tell these people don't sell cheeseburgers anymore? I mean, maybe some people do, right? But, for the most part, you just don't eat a cheeseburger, right? Vice versa. Like if you're the opposite of a vegan, what do you call it? A vegan, I guess. Do you go ahead and, protest vegetables? I'm pretty sure people like that don't exist, but you get what I'm saying. I just think it's kind of sad. And it would have been kind of cool to try to redeem a good version of Assassin's Creed in America because Assassin's Creed 3, I've tried to get into it twice. I just couldn't. It's all right. I thought it's kind of cool going in that, revolutionary era and, playing like a Native American and kind of going through that. I thought that was kind of cool. In this case, it's post Civil War was that you were gonna be a black guy who used to be a slave, and basically the enemies were gonna be the KKK. So now you understand the controversy when it comes around this, which to me, I wouldn't mind. It's like saying, hey, we're gonna do a German Assassin's Creed and the bad guys are Nazis. It's no different than that. But unfortunately, because of the current political climate, they don't want to go with that. Part of the reason they also said was all the backlash that they got for having what's his name, Yasuke as the main character, one of the main characters in Shadows as well. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at, unfortunately, in gaming. And it's kind of sad to see that we're in this world when it comes to gaming. Any comments on this at all?
It sounded like a cool
Yeah, I
concept.
mean, yeah, really really cool concept, and I feel like, man, as a society, whatever you're in a different country or not, I think we just went like down a lot when it comes to like criticism at this point because I don't know, man, it's insane. Like, if you don't like something, just don't mess with it, ignore it, move on with
Yeah,
your life. Why
exactly.
you're wasting time? Why are you wasting time asking for something to take down because you don't like it?
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I wish companies had more backbone these days.
Yeah,
So
it's like I don't like seafood. You don't see me going ahead and blasting companies like Red Lobster. We're like Red Lobster, you need to shut down because you're all about seafood and I don't like it, right? No, like you don't do that. But unfortunately, when it comes to the creative work of games, movies, whatever the case might be, specifically games, people now are afraid to tell their story, and I'm like, why? I mean, tell it. If people don't like it, they don't have to buy it. Easy as that. You don't have to appeal to everyone. I mean, that's how gaming has always been. RPGs are for a set of crowd. Not everybody likes RPGs. Not everybody likes first-person shooters. So you already do that with genres. You don't have to worry about doing it with a story. Brian, were you gonna say something?
that's how art should be. Freedom of expression, and the fact
Yeah.
that you're being censored of your own expression. That's not art anymore at that point.
No. 100% agree. 100% agree. Yeah. Were you gonna say something, Brian, or was that it?
No, I said all I want to say on this.
Okay.
Probably it sounded like a cool topic. I agree. It's a bummer that in the
Yeah.
current climate we're in, you can't release things.
Yeah. Fan, any takes?
I mean, it sucks. It's dumb. That's what happens. But
Yeah.
Maybe they say it gets canceled, but who knows? Maybe they'll bring it back once things calm down.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. I would like them to remake Assassin's Creed 1 though. If they're not gonna make a new Assassin's Creed, I think Assassin's Creed 1 deserves a remake because it's the one that was not the best received because it was very clunky. But I still think like the world they built, going against like the Knights Templar and stuff like that, which started the whole Templar talk, right? Because you're always fighting against the Templars. I think that would be kind of cool just to kind of revisit, but who knows? Maybe that's another game they won't want to visit because again,
All
the
right,
current political environment. Yeah, what's up?
I gotta log off for now, guys. So
All
hope you
right.
guys enjoy the rest of the podcast and everything. And yeah, I'll tell you guys next Thursday
Yeah.
or next Friday for me.
Yeah.
There, Ash.
All right.
Later, Ash. Have
See
fun.
ya. Yeah, thank you.
All right. So let's go ahead and get with one of our bigger news out here. So Sony had published a video on their official PlayStation YouTube channel titled The Future of Play. It's a longer title, but it basically says Future of Play. And it highlights the partnership with Sony and AMD. But at the end of the video, of course, it has Mark Cerny there talking about the technology they're developing and how they've come so far and how they partner together. He basically says that the future of consoles, is very soon. Or the future console rather is very soon. And there is a lot of rumors that were circulating even before this video saying that it looks like Sony was trying to hit about around 2028. That was kind of like their target date for the new PlayStation 6. We also know there's been a bunch of rumors that there's going to be a handheld as well as the console for the PlayStation 6. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Sony is going to slowly start trickling kind of like, giving us like small little bits and pieces of the PlayStation 6 from here on forward to kind of look forward to? Or do you guys feel that a PlayStation 6 is not needed as of right now?
I mean, I don't know what else they can do other than just give you a game that does 4K 120. You know,
That's
like
true.
other than that, like what else is there to do in video games at the moment other than just
Yeah.
making sure things are stable?
Mhm.
Because the PS4 Pro, some games will run 4K 60.
Yeah.
Not all games, just some games will run 4K 60.
Mhm.
So the only thing I can think that they'll actually do is with new hardware, with how technology grows, like it's going up, but the generational leap is getting smaller and smaller. Like there's not that big of a generational leap
Yeah.
going on nowadays. So I mean, unless they can kind of keep the cost down with growing technologies and stuff like that, like I don't see like. I mean, it seems like the PS5 is not that old, but it's like it's what, it's
5
5 years?
years. Yeah.
5 years?
About
Yeah.
5 years,
So
yeah.
I mean, if they're planning on 2028, I mean that makes that console 8 years, which like falls right in line with like when a new console should come out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what they could showcase that would like build hype for the console.
I'm in between because on one hand, it is a 5-year-old console. Technology has undoubtedly improved between efficiency and power output and everything for graphics in 5 years. Like it's undeniable that I'm sure that's happened. But at the same time, our problem isn't that the games are too simple to make and there's too many games coming out in such a short amount of time, and it's like there's just too much dead air. We need to make things more complicated because we're making too many games. The problem is that things are too complicated and they take forever and ever and ever to make.
Mhm.
And so we've had this discussion before about Nintendo and how Nintendo has comparably simpler machine to design for, and they don't focus on graphics as much. Like, yeah, the Nintendo Switch can output 4K now and all that stuff, but that's still not what Nintendo is focusing on for their games. They're focusing on gameplay first.
Mhm.
And so they can churn out games at a pretty decent clip, whereas you have Sony, which, Wolverine was announced, what, 4 or 5 years ago or whatever, and it's going to
Yeah.
be another year or whatever until that's released. and that's just so much dead time that nothing is getting. I mean, a game's getting made, but like, if you could cut that in half and have 2 games released in the same amount of time, but have the graphical fidelity be slightly less, like, would we really be missing out on that much? And so I just think the focus is going in the wrong direction. And I mean, great, another system's coming out. Like, if there's a way that this system's architecture is really dev friendly and it can maybe speed things up in certain ways, then okay, cool. But I thought the PS5 was supposed to be that, and so far it just feels like there's even less first party output on PS5 than there was on PS4. And so yeah, I mean, cool, a new system is going to come out in a few years, but I don't know. I'm not playing my PlayStation 5 Pro and thinking about how much better this could look. And I mean, I think there's a tendency to do that throughout the generations. Like, oh, it can't get any better than this. You know, you remember playing your Xbox. I remember playing my Sega Dreamcast and playing NFL 2K on it and being like, oh, it doesn't get any better than this. This is the best
Yeah.
graphics. It looks like real humans. You go back, you look at it now. No, it doesn't. So there's a tendency to say that in the current moment that, you know, the game's graphics can't get any better. But then again, I go back to, well, do you really want to be human realistic? Then you kind of get an uncanny valley. Then it kind of gets to be it's not a game anymore. It's just kind of like a movie. And it's like, is
Yeah.
there more realism than real life? And then it just kind of, I don't know, again, I think we're focusing on the wrong things. And I guess it's just kind of the inevitable console arms race that they're having to do for now.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, when you look at it, Ghost of Tsushima was released 2020, and then
Yep.
you have Ghost of Yotei that released this year, so 5 years, right? And it's like, yeah, Wolverine was announced, I think 2021, I want to say, maybe it was a year later, and now it's releasing next year, so that would put it at about 5 years. And yeah, it's like every 5 years you're having a game. So now you're at the point where your what's it called? Like, your studios are making just one game a console generation, where previously it
Right.
was multiple console generations. And Nintendo, we went back to Nintendo. The highlight to Nintendo is they have multiple studios working on multiple games. So you can have one, 3D Mario, one 2D Mario, or two 2D Marios, but you also have like Luigi's Mansion. And so you have a high output of a bunch of their different, franchises there, where this generation so far, like, Sony has it, right? You have Returnal, and then I guess we have what's the game? We talked about it last week. I forgot what the name of it is.
What
Um
is it?
the
Like,
the
what's
game
it?
from
Describe it.
the Returnal devs, the new game they're making.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
it's like some
Sonos.
Sarvo,
Yeah, Savro
something like
or something
that.
like that. Yeah,
Savro.
Oh, look.
yeah. So you have like that game coming out, and I guess technically when Returnal came out, they weren't first party devs.
Saros, yeah,
Saros,
Saros.
there we
Saros.
go. So yeah, they weren't first party devs when they first came out, but like that was a launch era, or launch window game for PS5, and then now they have this game, 5 years later, right? So it's like, man, that's an indie, and they were indie devs before they got bought out by PlayStation and became part of PlayStation Studio. So it's like, is that really where you want to be at? Where I agree, like, if you look at the PS4 era, it did feel like we had a lot more first party games. I mean, we had Uncharted. Naughty Dog did Uncharted, or I'm sorry, Uncharted 4, and then Last of Us. So they did two original games at least. Plus, we had the collection that kind of like held us over as well. But we had 4 and Last of Us. They at least had 2. This generation, I mean,
And Last of Us Part 2.
oh yeah, and Last of Us Part 2. You're right. That was PS4 and then PS5 later. Yeah, so they did 3 games. Where I'm sorry, no, Last of Us is PS3. I lie. So they only had Uncharted
Yep.
4 and Last of Us 2. That's what it was. Yeah. Oh, and they had what was it? The other game with was it Nadine and Chloe?
Lost Legacy.
Yes, Lost Legacy. They also had that one that came out as well. So like, so they did technically have 3 games. They came out that generation. But like PS5, what they have the
Naughty
one
Dog?
game, yeah, and they had the one game that's coming out. They had it's like a real callback of like Cowboy Bebop and
Oh,
Akira.
the name's the name's so bad I always forget it.
Yeah.
The Heretic Prophecy. What is it?
Yeah,
Interstellar, the Heretic Prophecy? No, what is it? Hang on.
Something Prophet.
yeah,
New.
Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet.
yeah.
Yeah, Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. There you go. I was close.
That's going to be the only game Naughty Dog does this generation.
Probably.
Insomniac is going to be at 3 at least. They had Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man 2,
Spider-Man 2,
and now
and
Wolverine.
Mhm.
So at least they have 3 games, but Naughty Dog's only done 1 game. And then what about the rest of PlayStation Studios? I mean, they've kind of like shut down some studios. They ported a lot of games. You have Sucker Punch. They only have
Sucker
Ghost of
Punch.
Yote.
Yep.
That's it. A new
Right.
Infamous would have been nice.
They didn't have anything else, did they? Sucker Punch? They had Ghost
Nope.
of Yote. That's it, right?
That's it.
Because
Yeah.
Tsushima was
Yeah,
PlayStation
because
4.
Ghost of Tsushima was PS4.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and it's when you look at it, it's kind of sad. That's
It
it.
is.
And I feel like, granted, yeah, maybe we don't need as many games pumping out, right? Because we have a lot of games coming out this year from all these different publishers. But still, when you have like,
Especially if you want like original stories, not like the same
Mhm.
thing turned out over and over and over again.
yeah,
I'm talking to you, freaking Game Freak.
I mean, you have people like you have like Capcom, who's come out with Resident Evil 4 remake, Resident Evil Village, and now we have Requiem coming out, right? This generation. So they've
Mhm.
done three games. And I'm talking about like the Resident Evil team specifically, because they've also got Monster Hunter Wilds that came in, if you want to count that as well, and Devil May Cry 5, which you can also count as well. So like Capcom has done a great job. Square Enix has done a good job with a lot of smaller
Wait,
games.
I thought Devil May Cry 5 was on PS4, I thought, wasn't it?
No, it was PS5. Was it? Maybe there was a PS4 version as well.
Yeah.
But I know it launched with PS5 because remember that was like one of the first and only game that had 120 FPS on PS5.
Yeah, but it started on PS4 though, so I wouldn't count that as a I wouldn't
Did
count
it?
that as a. Yeah, I think so.
No, because I'm positive it launched on PS5. Like there was, I think, a PS4 version that also launched alongside it.
Right. So what I'm saying though is that it wasn't like specifically a PS5 game though, I thought.
So you're talking about like more exclusive? Because I feel like if we get into that territory, then there's like barely any exclusives for PS5. Because
Well, I just mean because we were talking about how like The Last of Us remastered doesn't
Mhm.
count or whatever as like a PS5 game or whatever. Like we were just kind of going through a new version made specifically for that console. Like Yote was, and Tsushima isn't. So that's kind of what I thought we're talking about.
Well, I mean, yeah, because like Tsushima launched only on PS4. It wasn't a PS5 version at all, and then they had an upgrade there. But when Devil May Cry 5 launched, there was a PS5 version and a PS4 version.
Launch?
Mhm.
I'm double checking that.
Yeah, because there was that same thing with like I mentioned Resident Evil 4, right? There was a PS4 version as well as a PS5 version of that game as well. And Village, I believe, as well, also had a PS4 and PS5 version. So
Nope, it didn't come out at the same time. Devil May Cry 5 came out on PS4 March 8th, 2019. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition came out November 12th, 2020.
oh, so I lied. Never mind. Made all that up.
Don't
That
you
or-
check me.
Or I
know my dates.
I'm actually in a different timeline. I'm sorry. I got to go back to my timeline. So like, so I thought it did because I bought it on PS5. So I don't know why I assumed there. But you're right. Now that I think about it, it is special edition. I thought special edition just meant the DLC. Excuse me. Sorry, I was about to sneeze again. But yeah, so okay, so not Devil May Cry, but Resident Evil 4, Village, and Requiem were games that launched on PS5 there.
Right.
Well, launching now. Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm with you. Like I feel that the PS6 is not really necessary right now. We need more games, and with the amount of time it's taking to make like AAA games, I just don't know. Like I would rather have a lot more smaller games like Astrobot. If you can give me an Astrobot every other year, I'm fine with that.
That's the way.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what Nintendo does a good job of. They have multiple franchises and they revolve around those franchises. So you're kind of always playing a game. We don't have a 3D Mario yet, but soon we'll have a 3D Mario and then a 2D Mario and then back to 3D and so forth. So I do like that they kind of do that stuff. Like, and we have re-releases of like Mario Galaxy that kind of holds us over until these other games come out. And I feel like that's kind of the way it should go. It shouldn't be, one game per studio, and then that's it. It just feels weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll buy a PS6 at launch, honestly. Like unless you say like Lost Odyssey is getting a remake and it's coming to PS6 only, right? I don't think I would, buy a PS6 at launch. You need to do
Yeah,
something huge.
I might wait for them to come out with a PS6 Pro and then
Yeah.
just get the Pro version.
For like $1,500. Because I'm
Yeah.
sure the PS6 is not going to be
Yeah.
$400.
Oh no. That'd be
Yeah.
another reason why I won't buy a PS6 at the moment, just because of the nature of electronics right now is not in its best place.
Yeah. I'm sure Xbox's new console they come out with is going to be like $1,000.
I mean, Xbox ROG Ally X is $1,000, so
That's true. That is true. That is their new console, right? Their portable console. So there's that. All right. Let's go ahead and let's look at it some finer times. Some times that had some really good games where games
Simpler
used to
times.
come out just a lot sooner and a lot better in
Perfect
some
segue.
cases. Yeah, perfect segue to this. Let's go revisit the past. The past that is October 2001. If you can remember what you were doing back in October 2001. I don't know what I was doing specifically in October, but 2001, I still don't remember what I was doing at that time. So, yes, we are going to be looking at Electronic Gaming Monthly. And yeah, there goes the cover. We got there Metal Gear Solid 2 being on the cover art. You got Snake there. Amazing. I mean, I just miss.
2001. Jeez, man.
What'd you say, Fan?
I said 2001. Jeez, man.
Yeah, so this is
I was
the
in high
October
school.
2001 issue, which technically is for September 1st, September 1st to September 30th, however many days there are in September. Because that's how like these magazines did publication back in the day, is that their like October issue was actually for the month of September, and then their November issue is for the month of October. So this is a little over 24 years, or yeah, a little over 24 years old at this time. But
Yeah.
I'm actually a backer for the EGM Compendium Kickstarter, because this magazine very much defined my early teens to mid-teens of my life and being into gaming and stuff. And this magazine just holds a very special place in my heart. There's a lot of really good
Look at that.
stuff in here.
Cell phone games.
Yes,
are
with the
here.
hyphen in between cell and phone. How about that?
Well,
not mobile phone,
It's
cell
Soul
phone.
Reaver 2 versus Blood Omen 2.
Yeah, I love how informal the titles are. Like on the bottom left, it says Tony Hawk 3. It doesn't say Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
Yeah.
And it's just
Oh.
very Madden
they got-
2002, not Madden NFL 2002.
They got to like make it fit the template.
I know, but I
It
just
doesn't
like
cover the art
they don't
style.
do that anymore. I just feel like gaming has gotten more professional now, where they'll list out the full title and not shorten it, generally speaking.
Yeah.
I agree with you though. They have to make it fit between Snake's picture. That's an awesome cover art, by the way.
It is. Yeah, I always like the art style of like Metal Gear Solid. It's just I have a wallpaper that was made for like phones, and I think like I don't know if Konami posted it. I found it somewhere. It's so cool because it has all like the Metal Gear Solid characters. Amazing. What game is that? That's Red Faction. Yeah. Look at that. PC, CD-ROM, and Mac. PS2.
That game's big deal was the destructible environments, how you could make like tunnels and stuff like that. Oh, is this a Mario Kart game?
Minivan.
Yeah, Mario Kart for
Kart.
Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, Link Cable.
Yeah, I was a freshman in high school, and I remember that came out like my first day of high school, I think, and I very much remember this game.
I remember the GBA. So that I don't know what was that one called, like the Ice Blue or whatever.
Glacier? Was
it Glacier? Yeah, that one. Yeah. So my brother had got that. My dad walked in and he's like, "Here, this is for you." And it was a white box, and that Game Boy was in it with like 5 games. And I was like, man, like he had a Game Boy Advance. And then the way I play Game Boy Advance games was by buying the Game Boy Player.
Oh, nice. Dude, the Game Boy Player was the shit, man.
Yeah, loved it.
Oh, look at that article. Get some
Midway.
ass right there in your face.
You got NHL, Hits 2002. And some of these like articles, these ads that they had on here is
They're
crazy.
so 2000s. Like you couldn't
Exactly.
get away with a lot of these anymore.
No, you wouldn't.
That's
Oh,
pretty funny.
Dreamcast. Emotional like the game itself.
You put a hole in the wall.
That's
Yeah.
I mean that's rage quitting pretty much right there.
Yeah.
World Series Baseball 2K2. I remember that.
I like the 2K games better than MLB the
Look
show.
at that
to be
Dreamcast
honest.
controller.
Yeah. Oh,
I
I missed the
know.
Dreamcast. Look at that. That's a great
Sonic the
image right there.
Hedgehog.
Sonic
Yeah.
Adventure 2, or is this? Yeah, this would be 2 at this point because
Yeah, that's Adventure
Dreamcast was
2.
probably almost on the way out in September 2001. It was getting to the end of its life, I think, at
Yeah.
that point.
It was only about three years, yeah. Play as Sonic and board. Oh wait, go up real quick. Let's say play as Sonic and board,
Sonic and
swing and
board,
grind
swing
to
and
save the
grind.
world. It says good hedgehog. And
Good
then
Hedgehog.
yeah, Shadow.
Evil,
Evil,
sinister,
sinister.
malcontent.
And
Malcontent.
then it says play as
Shadow,
Shadow, Sonic's evil double, and conquer the world. Yeah, I think that was like the coolest thing. Like I remember seeing Shadow and I was like, yeah, like we gotta get this game.
Don't forget the soap shoes too. Everybody wanted the soap shoes with
Yeah.
the grinding of the rails and all that.
Yep.
So look at all these ads. That's what was brilliant about these magazines
Yep.
is there's so many ads.
Yo, can I get a
Crazy
what does it say?
Taxi 2.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I mean, that's kind of how they paid for,
Yeah,
Yeah,
these
absolutely,
ads,
100%. I loved them.
Yeah, I
Is
prefer these
this
and pop-ups.
look at Kojima? Is that Kojima right there?
Yeah,
it
that
says
is
Hideo Kojima.
right there. Yeah.
Wow, look how young he looks. I mean,
Yeah.
he's aged pretty well in 24 years, but it's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Metal
when
Gear
he was
Solid 2
making
feature. What does it
MGS2.
say? What it says when Konami announced the Metal Gear Solid when Konami announced that Metal Gear Solid creator Hideo Kojima was submerging and thus refusing to grant interviews, there was only one thing we can do: infiltrate Konami HQ in Japan for the full scoop. After we got stuck in his office, air ducts for the 6th time, Kojima admired our persistence and granted us this exclusive look at his PS2 masterpiece. And it says turn to page 118. And this is kind of the directory that they have. So that if you wanted to see something specific, they'll have the page numbers just for those people who've never seen a magazine in their life, right? Like,
Yeah, they don't really make those anymore.
exactly.
Oh, something else too. I want to go back to the
Cable
cover that I
content is
found
pretty much
funny
what it is.
is that Silent Hill 2 for PS2 is on here, and it's like that game got remade, and now you're playing it on PS5, and it's just kind
Yeah.
of funny how history works and everything.
Exactly.
Anyway, oh, we got a Toys R Us ad here. Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You play it right with a PlayStation R Zone.
Look, there was a PS1. So that is the PS1. When people say PS1, that's the PS1 because the original one
Yeah.
was just PlayStation. Oh
I remember
man.
it had
There
that
was
little
no
screen.
PS1 until the PS2 came out. Then the PS1 came out.
Yep. PS1 was pretty
I had that
cool.
did you have one of those with the little screen?
No, my cousin got the PS1 because I think he broke his original PlayStation, but we never got to screen it. I remember seeing it in magazines, and I was telling my dad I really want it, and my dad was like, "You got a PS2 though? Why you need that?" And then actually I thought
It has
about
a little
it.
screen, man.
Well, I had thought about it, and I had made it so that I can play. I'm gonna say something here, but played games that I burnt on a CD. And with the PS1, you couldn't do that. At least with the way I would do it, the trick that I found out. So I was like, nah, I'm good with my my OG PlayStation.
I was driving to visit some family in Madison, and my mom was driving because obviously I was like 14 or whatever, and I was playing Final Fantasy VIII on my PS1 with a little screen.
Yeah.
And we got to the destination, and my mom turned off the car, and I had my PlayStation hooked into the lighter, and I didn't save, and I like lost all my progress. I was like, wait, what are you doing? It sucked. But
That
anyway,
sucks.
that's just a funny anecdote for simpler times
Yeah.
before lithium-ion batteries.
Yeah,
and everything.
Twisted Metal Black, Gran Turismo 3. Played a lot of both of those games.
Yep, I played Gran Turismo, Twisted Metal Black. I didn't play All Star or NASCAR Heat really.
Yeah,
no.
same here.
Yeah.
What is
Oh,
this?
is this
Tony
is
Hawk?
like I think yeah, Dave, isn't this Dave Mir or Max Hoffman?
Oh yeah, it says
Or
Matt
Matt
Hoffman.
Hoffman.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Game Boy Advance, PC, and Sega Dreamcast. What is
What's
this?
this? Extermination? I don't even remember that.
Me neither.
Letters to the editor.
Those are always kind of funny to read.
Oh, look, the winner of this month's Letter to the Editor got a Game Shark for the PlayStation 2, PlayStation Dreamcast, and 64 Game Boy Color. That's nice.
What is this with
Now
Super Metroid?
Yeah, I was gonna say Super Metroid right here. What's so funny about that is this is in 2001. Think about this. I think Super Metroid came out in 94, I want to
Yeah.
say. And so when this magazine came out, Super Metroid was like 7 years old, and 7 years from now is like, 2018. And I think like Death Stranding came out in 2018 or 2019. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of crazy to think about how short of a time it was compared to how Super Metroid's considered like ancient.
Well, the leap
now.
in graphics and capability
That
too
too,
is
yeah.
way bigger. Zoom in there where it says cheat. I want to read what they have to say there. Scroll up where it says cheat
Where?
list proof.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it says, I love you, EGM. You put Super Metroid over Zelda in your Super Nintendo feature. It's about freaking time that game got some props. However, that is beside the point. In your picture, you were confronting the boss of Brinstar. Unless you used a Game Genie, there is no way you could have those items before
Well,
defeating that boss. I thought you guys never cheated. Insert X-Files theme here. And
yeah,
Eagle
'cause he has a
Eye,
power bomb and
yeah.
he has X-ray vision,
Yeah, he has all
or the grappling hook or
everything.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it says an eagle eye you have, son. 11 energy blocks and a grappling hook at Kraid. It says we were wondering which Metroid I can't say that word. Aficionado, right? That's how you say it? Aficionado.
Aficionado.
Yeah. Would pick up on that first. When we grabbed the shot, the utility bar came out all messed up for some reason. So we had to paste one in from elsewhere to make it all purity like. Guess we got a little ahead of ourselves. Nice catch. For your information, we never have and never will use cheats to get anywhere in a game, period. It's more fun that way. Huh.
Love it.
Yeah.
So basically, they just photoshopped
Yeah.
top
The
screen
yep.
from another
Yep.
area.
What was that? Alone in the Dark?
Where? Up here?
Yeah.
The
No.
Legend of
Oh, the Legend of
Lone Dollar?
I just saw Alone. I was like, huh?
Close.
Yeah.
Close.
Never heard of that game.
No.
Neither have I. This is
Oh,
Thunderstrike.
Thunderstrike.
This is like one of those like budget games.
Helicopter games.
Yeah, there's a lot of those helicopter games. I remember them. Oh, Dead or Alive?
Oh, a Dead or Alive ad. Dead or Alive
Yeah,
3
Dead or Alive
for
3.
Xbox.
How simple.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the end of Dreamcast right there. Not the beginning.
Oh,
but
here's a
what
good
is-
one.
Ooh, what is your favorite Final Fantasy?
And are you excited for Final Fantasy X? Of course, I'm excited about Final Fantasy X. It's 1/3 of the way to Final Fantasy XXX. No, I'm not excited about Final Fantasy X. I played Final Fantasy VII and it freaked me out. I had to start seeing a therapist because of it. My favorite Final Fantasy is 9 because it tells the story better than any of the previous Final Fantasies. I always like each Final Fantasy better than the last, so you bet I'm looking forward to 10. I finally remember destroying Chaos when I was only 6, and the series has only gone uphill from there for me. Final Fantasy 8, however, was the climax, and 9 is just a cigarette after. 3 was definitely the best, and 10, I lost interest when Square started pulling their lead characters from the boy band reject pool. Oh boy, James ain't gonna like that. Final Fantasy VII, Cloud was my idol. I would copy every one of his animations and basically just try to be like him. That dude is probably a loser. Not kidding. My favorite Final Fantasy is Tactics, another very topical game we can talk about. What can I say? I'm a sucker for customization. With that in mind, I'm not even thinking about 10 now. 11 is another story. Got that right.
Yeah.
3 is hands down the best Final Fantasy game. That's an interesting take. Well, actually, 3 is
They probably
probably
meant
they're probably
6.
talking about 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any game that makes you sing opera has got to be good.
Yeah, it's
that
definitely
is
6.
Yeah. Back before we knew better.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Toonami.
There you go.
That was a game?
That one.
Lockdown?
No, I think it's just
an ad.
An ad for it.
What says present? Oh, I guess presented by GameCube.
It's like sponsored, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, some Code Veronica there. Soul Reaver 2. Was that a Target ad? Yeah, get into the game. Target. Got Madden.
I'm so nostalgic about buying games at Target. Like that's just such a vibe when you'd go to Target and how their setup was and the smell of Target and everything.
Yeah.
That was a vibe for sure.
It was different.
More Target. Twisted Metal ad.
Twisted Metal Black everywhere.
That game was the shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Dark Cloud.
Dark Cloud. Yeah, Dark Cloud was amazing. I remember getting that game.
Yeah, this was like a year after. This is like going on the year anniversary of the PlayStation 2 launch because
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation launched here in October, I think, of 2000, and this is September 2001, so
Yeah.
it's about a year.
What was
World
that?
exclusive Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah. It says the
World's
world's best
best 3D
3D
fighting
fighting
game.
game is getting a sequel, and it's on Nintendo's new system. Does it talk about Link? No, it doesn't
I
talk
don't
about
see
Link
Link.
here.
Nope.
So this is before they probably announced Link.
Yeah.
I'll keep
I'd
going down.
assume.
There's another page.
Graphics,
There's
stages.
characters. What about the characters? There's a character section
No?
right up there. Maybe they say Link in there.
A French guy who surprise wields a rapier.
Two Koreans. One looks a lot like Huang from the first game. A Pacific Islander. So did it not have names or what?
I guess they're probably new characters. They didn't know what the names were yet.
Oh yeah, because look, it just says rapier right there.
Mhm.
And it says New Korea. Oh, so yeah, no, they
Yeah,
didn't
there's nothing
have.
about there's nothing
Interesting.
about Link or Spawn
This
or
is- They
Heihachi.
probably had like alpha information about the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, that's kind of cool.
Uh,
Back in the
let's
days
see.
where
Yeah,
you
you-
actually got to see preview of games. Now it's just everything's leaked and then eventually you
Right.
get a trailer.
Oh, look at this a Tron ad. That's again very topical for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
In 1982, Tron was the first movie to get inside the video game world, and in the near future, we'll be able to get inside the world of Tron 2. A Tron video game is being prepped for 2003 release. That's probably Tron 2. I think it's called Tron 2.0. I want to say it was called. They'll come just before the movie. That'll come just before the movie sequel hits theaters, tentatively called Tron 2.0. So the game came out Tron 2.0, but the movie didn't come out until 10 years later with Tron Legacy. That's kind of a fun thing.
What does this
Let's
say?
see.
Hold on. More GameCubes than you can shake a stick at.
If
It says if the number of units a company ships of a new game system is any indication on their belief it'll succeed, then Nintendo is ready to take over the world. The company will deliver 500,000 units for the system's September 14th launch in Japan and 1.1 million for the US on November 5th. By the end of the year, Nintendo will ship another 900,000 units in Japan, bringing that country's total to 1.4 million. All we can say is that's a lot of systems at once.
Now.
That's
very
funny,
quaint.
yeah. Like now, if it 1.4 million, you're like, oh, okay, you're going out of business. Oh, this is
That's a good game right there.
yeah. Ash would have loved that.
Spider-Man 2. Oh yeah, he would. Too bad he wasn't
Mhm.
here to talk about Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro.
Yeah.
Resident Evil
Code Veronica. Is this the X? Yeah, this is Code Veronica X. So this is the PS2
Yeah, for
version.
PlayStation 2. Yep.
Devil May Cry
the demo for
bonus.
Devil May Cry. Yep, I remember playing that.
Yeah, Code Veronica
Some
X
Gran
was the way I
Turismo
played
3.
that game. Ooh, some Gran Turismo 3. Good music. Gran Turismo has some amazing music. If you want to listen to some good music, listen to Gran Turismo music. Square's Final Frontier. Oh, Final Fantasy 11. Yeah. This is like early stages of Final Fantasy 11. That was all online MMO. And I think at the time, the only other MMO was EverQuest. And then there's like RuneScape, I guess, as well. But like in 3D graphics, EverQuest was the only other one that I could think of.
Little Legacy came Soul Reaver 2.
Yeah, Soul Reaver 2. I remember that. I
Hard
rented
driving.
that. Is that the hard? Oh, yeah, the hard drive.
That was a big deal. A hard drive in a game console. What?
Uh-huh. Final Fantasy, only faster? What is that? Go there? What? I didn't know that supported that. One of the first games to support the HDD is Square's Final Fantasy X. What? It uses the drive as a cache, but unlike the Xbox HDD, where data can be swapped on the fly, you install the whole thing into it and play it from there. It cuts the amount of load time, but since Final Fantasy X doesn't have much anyway, it's hardly noticeable at the beginning. It only becomes apparent during the later parts of the game. Standard stuff to see on a title screen, but what's this? Install. That's the option you want when you install the game to the hard drive. I don't remember that in the US release.
It's probably only in Japan, I'd assume, maybe.
Yeah, it says during the 15 or so minutes it takes to install, you can twiddle your thumbs and take a look at some artwork as you watch this gauge fill.
Voila, 10 is installed on the hard drive.
Yeah, I owned the hard drive and I owned 10 and I don't ever remember seeing install. Maybe it was there and I just never realized what it was for.
No, I bet it was only in Japan. I bet they took that out.
Ooh. Well,
I
go
bet.
go to the top. Klonoa, Door to Bankruptcy.
Just came
Ooh.
out on PS2. If you missed the first one, you're going to pay a pretty penny for it. A newer inbox of Klonoa Door to Phantom will run you over $100 on eBay with some auctions just for the disc, getting well over 50. If you're going to bid on these, beware some of these are bootlegs. Make sure you get a production copy. I'm so glad that they re-released Klonoa
Yeah.
on current gen.
Oh, look at that. That was when Sony was trying to do the VMU as well. See?
Mm-hmm. Chocobo World.
Yeah.
I don't think that ever came out here, did it? I thought it was only Japan.
No. Yeah, I don't remember seeing that.
Japan got all the cool stuff.
Exactly. I was gonna say that there's a lot of cool stuff that Japan only had back then. Nowadays, it's like feature parity across everywhere.
Right.
Even on the Dreamcast, like the Japan Dreamcast had a lot more cool features than the US Dreamcast.
Yeah. What is this?
Like you can get one with the built-in modem on a Dreamcast in Japan, or the one in the US didn't have it, and you had to wait for like a revision.
Yeah. Silent Hill 2.
Here we go.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Top 20 best-selling games of June 2001. Number 1, Super Mario Advance. Number 2.
Wait, I want to do something for this section. I want to go through how these are available in 2025 to play. So, Super Mario Advance, that's available on Switch Online.
Yep.
Twisted Metal Black is available as a backwards compatible game on PlayStation 4. I think they released like a version of it.
Yeah, or
Tony Hawk's
PlayStation
Pro
Plus.
Skater 2, that's the Game Boy Advance version. I think you can't play that anywhere unless you're playing it on an emulator. I don't think they've ever released that.
No.
NBA Street, same thing. They never re-released that. Oracle of Seasons, that's on Switch Online.
Yep.
Oracle of Ages, Switch Online. Sonic Adventure 2, only on PC. You can't play that anywhere right now. Castlevania Circle of the Moon. We have the Castlevania Advance.
You can play that on Xbox through backwards compatible.
Oh, that's true. Yep, you can play an Xbox backwards compatible. Yep, that's true. F-Zero Maximum Velocity, that's Switch Online, and Mario Party 3 Switch Online. And we can go up here to top right. Dark Cloud, that's on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Red Faction.
I think Xbox.
No idea.
I don't know if it's just 2.
I thought that one was also there.
Maybe. I have to double check that. Pokemon Silver and Gold, that ain't anywhere.
Nope.
Rayman Advance.
It's not anywhere either.
That's anywhere.
It's not.
Namco Museum.
I remember
whatever.
Rayman Advance.
Yeah.
Namco Museum, isn't that just a collection?
2, never anywhere. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Namco Museum is just a collection.
I mean,
yeah. So I'm sure that some of those games are available in other ways.
Yeah. There's been so many Namco museums.
They have other Namco collection games too.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, so they're probably on there somewhere.
Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX not available anywhere. Gran Turismo 2 is not available anywhere. GT Advanced Racing, I'm not even sure what that is.
I remember that game.
It's not anywhere.
Yeah, I remember that game. We owned it.
Was it like the one with the little car on the front? It's like a very like little mini car on the front cover.
No, it looks like a real car. It's like basically like a Gran Turismo for Game Boy Advance, just not Gran Turismo.
And I want to say Final Fantasy Chronicles, wasn't that the one that had Chrono Trigger and
4?
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
So technically speaking, both games are on PC.
Well, Chrono Trigger isn't. Well, Chrono Trigger is on PC and mobile, but 4 is available everywhere.
Yeah. Oh wait, let's do Japan top 10.
Okay. So I don't know what Mina No Golf is. 3.
Hey, Final Fantasy
10. Golf game.
Advance is Switch Online. I don't know what this Beyblade game is. I'm gonna assume it's
no. This is Bakuten. Oh yeah, it is Beyblade. I didn't see that.
It's a Beyblade. Bakuten shoot Beyblade. Yeah.
Grow Lancer not available anywhere. Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec not available anywhere.
Nope.
Missing Blue, I don't know what that is.
Nope.
Shiren's Mysterious Dungeon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, and Shin Megami Tensei Double.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters is available on the collection that came out recently. The early days.
Oh really?
Yeah, the early days collection.
All right, let's see what else we got.
What is this? Like an energy drink? Oh no, EB Games.
Your world, your games. Buy our energy drink. I think it's just an ad. We have a release
coming
calendar.
Soon.
Yeah,
we have a lot of noticeable games.
We'll just skip through some of this.
Yeah.
Okay. Missing Blue is a visual novel video game for the PS2 in Japan.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay, so I never came here.
They have so many of those type of games over there.
They did.
Ooga
Booga.
Such a big
market
that? For it.
I don't even remember that Ooga Booga.
Yeah, me neither.
Was that their answer to like freaking the platformer?
NCAA college football.
Which GameCube games are you most looking forward to? 19% Metroid Prime, 18% Smash Brothers Melee, 13%
Resident Evil 0,
4%. Look at how little Pikmin is. Pikmin's at 2. Wow.
Luigi's
Still-
Mansion's
Perfect Dark
at
Zero.
6.
Keep waiting.
In Rogue
Perfect Dark Zero
Squadron.
never came.
Nope.
For Nintendo, it came out on
Yeah.
Xbox eventually. Xbox 360.
Because I think
Um,
they bought Rare like right after, or right. Yeah,
probably.
I think right after the
Yeah.
launch, they bought Rare. And didn't they say they bought Rare because they thought they were gonna have Donkey Kong?
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
know.
the original reason. They thought they were gonna have Donkey Kong, and they realized they didn't, and they messed
I
up.
should have researched more. Look at this
Yeah.
ad. This is just beautiful
Tang.
nostalgia.
I
Right
remember
here.
Tang.
Pouches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
I don't even
That
think
was
Tang
just
is still
recent.
around, is it?
Is it? I think
No,
it
I
has
don't
to
think
be.
so.
I
No?
haven't. I feel like I haven't seen it at all. Now I'm gonna be on the search. I'm gonna look everywhere for Tang.
Gran Turismo 3 ad. This is
Grand
literally
Theft
like
Auto
I
3.
think Grand Theft Auto 3 came out in September of 2001, so this is like right on the button for when that came out.
Yeah.
This ad. And this is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, Grand Theft Auto 3. October 2001 is the release. So
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised it says 70% complete up here and it's coming out in a month. I wonder how accurate that
Yeah.
was. How is that possible?
Yeah, it looks like you can still buy Tang.
Oh,
You
there you
can?
go.
Like it's like in like the powdered water mix.
Ah.
You know. Okay, yeah, because I'm looking at it, it's like it's
Hey.
available on Walmart. So
Oh, Batman Vengeance. I don't remember that game.
Did you play this?
No. I'm saying I don't remember
Silent
that
Hill
game. That's kind
2.
of cool. Yeah, there was Silent Hill 2. Just came out recently. 24 years later.
Grimometer. How
Or
do the
no,
graphics in
23
Silent
years
Hill
later,
2?
technically, because it came out last year.
Right. How do the graphics in Silent Hill 2 stack up against some of the most grimy things in the world? Soaking wet bathtub drain, stopper filled with hair and other stuff, a backed up porta potty at a weekend-long rave, Silent Hill 2. That's funny.
That's kind of cool. The Horrors of Italy. Huh.
Maximo. Little Dungeons and Ghosts and Goblins sequel.
I don't remember that game.
You don't remember Maximo?
No, not that one. The next one. That one.
Kessen? I
Kessen
remember
2.
Kessen.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Like Dynasty Warriors?
that's what it looks like.
Yeah, I think so. More Maximo. There's a
Just
Yu-Gi-Oh ad. Look at that
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh ad.
Oh, that's the anime.
Batman
Used to watch that all the
Legends,
time.
Monster Hunter.
Which was this?
X-Men 2. Did you play this?
No, I
Mutant
never
Academy?
played that.
Mutant
I remember
Academy?
it though.
No.
Mutant Academy. Yeah, I do remember that.
Smuggler's Run 2. Okage Shadow King. Sean Palmer's Pro Snowboarder.
Yeah, back then, like
go
every
up a
like
little bit.
pro athlete had their
Yeah.
own video game.
Little GP2. Okay, you can go ahead. Just trying to see if it's Rapper the Rapper 2 is probably the only known one there. EchoWare. That's funny. 99 Studios. I remember that.
Cool Borders, I bet this is. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool Borders 2001.
Oh,
Kessen
it was Kessen 2.
2.
Jack and Daxter. Or Daxter.
Little Naughty Dog.
Capcom versus SNK
SNK
2.
SNK 2.
Nice.
PS2 owners who crave 2D fighting action games are going to have a good month in October when Capcom releases Capcom vs. SNK 2. The sequel adds more than 10 new characters to the returning cast, increases the amount of grooves, fighting techniques from 2 to 6. This game also features high-res 3D backgrounds similar to those in Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Dude, I'd love for them to redo that game with like HD anime style, like character, like animations, like redesigned.
Like Capcom vs. SNK 3, like do a whole new game.
That would
like
be
that.
nice.
Yeah, but like just like use like the art style, like you know, like
Kingdom Hearts,
Guilty Gear, like you know how it's like high, like
Oh,
HD art style.
Like speaking of Guilty Gear,
oh, look at that! There we go.
Look at that Kingdom Hearts ad. Look how quaint that is, James. Like this is just a little blurb in a magazine in 2001 and it ends up being, you know, what it is now. That's pretty crazy.
It says, what does it say? Did you know Disney's using this RPG to launch a new franchise? That's one of the reasons they're letting Square use the official Disney voice actors for Donald and Goofy in Japan. Those classic characters team up with two main Square design protagonists to travel through various worlds and fight a bunch of old and new Disney villains. A release date hasn't been announced, but expected around mid-2002.
Well, that's not true, isn't it? Just one Square character?
Yeah, it's just one. I don't know. Where
I mean,
who's the
there's
second
other
one?
characters, but that's not who you play as, though.
Yeah, it's definitely an older UI because look where they're Goofy and Donald's HP is at the top right, but then in the games they're on the bottom next to Sora.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Guilty Gear
Guilty Gear. Oh, there's Monster Hunter.
or
Or
Monster Rancher.
rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Did
man.
you watch the cartoon?
I did.
Yeah, I remember watching the
That's
cartoon.
yeah,
back
I
in the
used to
day.
watch a cartoon.
That was a good cartoon.
It was. I remember playing the
Kept
game.
Scout
I didn't like
3.
it.
Yeah, it was very repetitive.
Mm-hmm. Hot Shots
look at
Ball
that.
3, Jade
Is this
Cocoon
the
2,
Mr. Mosquito game?
Ka. Millionaire.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That takes you back.
Oh, yeah. That was everybody's parents' favorite thing to watch.
Capcom vs. SNK Pro.
I don't remember that. Dreamcast.
WWF Magazine, back when it was called WWF.
Yeah.
Bomberman
Bomberman Online.
Color Arena.
Look at that. Online games. What game is
Okay.
that? Is that the name of the game?
Go to Hell? No. Project Eden.
It's
Do not remember
Project
that.
Eden.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X. Remember that was like the definitive
Mhm.
version of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I love that game.
Dead or Alive 3?
3.
And Shrek.
Game of the Year.
Best
The
Buy.
Best Buy I had.
That's crazy.
Look at those TVs,
Look,
man.
Dragon Warrior 7.
And a girl in her underwear. That's some 2000s for you right there.
That is. Yeah, look. Look at that. And then
at that.
25 years later, we'll get a remake of Dragon Quest 7.
Oh, it's so crazy to think about. Quarter of a century ago. Oh my
Mhm.
god.
It's interesting because when you look at the bottom graphics, right, you see those 3 screenshots. That's basically how the DS versions looked. Like when they remade Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6, they used like that, basically that same engine. So a lot of these, it's funny. We're looking back, and a lot of these games have re-released recently. You know,
Yep.
Yeah.
that's funny. What Twisted Metal Small Brawl? Oh, I remember that. They were like
Yep, I
toys.
remember that too. It was like
Yeah.
a kitty Twisted Metal.
Yeah. Lufia.
Lufia.
Oh, a geek will like that. It's a huge Lufia fan. Doom. I
Game Boy
remember that when
Advance,
Doom was on GBA. Tetris Worlds. Never played that. Dragon Warrior Monsters too. It's funny how it was still called Dragon Warrior at this time.
Right?
Tekken 4. Yeah, because then after this, Dragon Quest is, you got Dragon Quest 8, right? That's when they officially changed it to Dragon Quest.
Advance Wars, something like that.
Yeah, Advance Wars. I'm sorry, but like I try to get into Advance Wars. I love tactical RPGs, but I thought Advance Wars was kind of boring.
Oof.
Yeah, it's made by Intelligent Systems, but it's just something about that.
Let's just leave it here. We'll just
Yeah,
call it.
right.
We'll just end the podcast on
It's on that image. Yeah. Is that like the last page?
No.
Oh, I was about to say. I mean, that's where Xbox is right now. That's like a perfect picture.
Yeah,
right
that
there.
is Xbox right there. That's where it sits.
That's exactly
right
where
there.
Xbox is right now, unfortunately.
Yep. It's not too far away from 2001's Mad Dash Racing.
Yep.
You tell me.
Hey,
Okay, I'll tell you what you want to know. Here's Kojima. Look how
Yeah.
happy he is.
doesn't even look like him.
Okay, we're not really gonna. We don't really need to
Yeah.
talk about this. Let's just talk
It's
about
a Metal Gear
MGS2,
Solid
which
2.
seminal game, but
Yeah.
I just remember playing the demo that came with Zone of the Enders a bunch of times.
Yeah, me too. Zone of the Enders was great. I remember playing it and thinking like the guy who made Metal Gear Solid made this? That's kind of weird.
I remember Spy Hunter. I had that. I remember playing that before I went to freshman year homecoming.
Mm-hmm. The Snake Pit. Tales of
Tales
Destiny,
of Destiny 2. He's building his game. Look at that.
Yeah.
Right in the code.
What computer is that? That's a
Mac.
Mac. Yeah, I was gonna say like that's yeah, because I know
like
Kojima was always a Mac guy. That's why Metal Gear Solid 4 had the iPod and all
It's
that
that
stuff.
one with the weird base, right? Where the screen was kind of movable still.
Yeah.
Where they had a neck.
Uh-huh. Wireless gaming. Oh, this is the cell phones. Look at that.
Look at those cell phones. I love it. Look at that.
Space Invaders on there. Remember that was a big deal. Snake.
Snake. Yep.
I mean, Snake. I would play Snake a lot. Hey, Gundam. Which one is this? Journey to Jaboro. I had that
I think
game.
I had that.
Yeah, I love that
It was pretty
game.
good.
My only thing was it was too short, but I loved it.
I think I'm just gonna get rid of my smartphone. I'm gonna go on eBay and I'm gonna get me this, and I'm just gonna live the rest of my life with that.
That's kind of cool.
A Game Boy Color connected to to a
See, again, a Japan only thing.
yeah,
So that
Uh,
lets you play online.
I guess
maybe.
so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Mm.
That's kind of cool though.
The Thrustmaster. Oh, I remember these like crazy peripherals that would come out. The
Yeah,
Thrustmaster where you'd like kick and it would recognize your movements, like just such obvious money grabs.
Void Raider, Gladiator, Lifestyles, Data Clash, played in Japan, Pac-Man, Space Harrier,
Dance Dance
Robo
Revolution
Robo.
on mobile. How about that?
That is crazy. Resident Evil Zombie Buster, huh? Oh, it was Leon. That's kind of cool. Heartless, that's Blood Omen 2.
Yep.
And Soul, Raziel. Yeah, Blood Omen 2 and Soul Reaver 2.
Remade.
Yeah. Blood
Here
Omen
we
2
go.
is
Here's some
available
meat.
on PS4 or PS5, I
The
mean.
review crew. Here's some reviews.
Yeah, and Soul
right
Reaver
here.
2 is part of that
Collection.
re-release bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they just released what's it called? Defiance, I want to say. Legacy of Kain Defiance, the last game
On
that they made in
PS5.
Legacy of Kain, PS5, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting is that like this guy right here, Greg Seward,
Mm-hmm.
he and this guy Chris Johnson, and then another guy named Phil Theobald, they do the Player One podcast, and I listen
Yeah.
to them every week because they're like writers on this magazine, and I really like their podcast. It's really good.
Armored Core 2,
Armored
I
Core
played that.
2, I owned that. Le Mans 24 Hours. I don't remember Extermination, but like I love the silver medal they'd give to games that averaged an 8.
Yeah.
Game of the month, Madden NFL 2002. Look at those. They look like cell shaded for some reason.
Yeah,
almost.
it does. Yeah, that's interesting.
Time Crisis.
Wonder if that early
2.
footage or something
They loved it. Game of the month.
for Madden.
Yeah, it must have been a
GameCube.
slow month. Well, let's see if there's anything else that came out this month that we feel like should have dethroned Madden. Like, to be fair, so like so far none of this stuff. Like Armored Core, those old Armored Core games were really niche. They're like okay,
I like
but so
them.
far I don't see anything that could dethrone Madden NFL 2002.
I think Armored Core could have. Oh, look, there's more.
Armored Core. That reminds me of the Secret Levels episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Last Blade 2, Heart of the Samurai, Dreamcast. Yeah, Mobile Suit Gundam, Journey to Jaboro. No, they gave it a 9 in visuals because it did look good. Replays
Yeah,
a 3. I agree with that.
They give it a 4 review.
I mean, I give it a replay like 3. I agree because like once you beat the game, there was no like post game content. Because I remember after I beat it, I said, "Really? That's it? Nothing else?"
I don't
Alien
remember any of
Frontline.
Gotta buy.
these Dreamcast games. Tobacco is wacko. World Series Baseball 2K2. I love how this game gets a full page
I know,
review,
right?
and then
And
these
it's
get,
not
like, little bits.
your game of the month.
Right.
Madden NFL 2002 on N64. I did not know it was on N64 or
Yeah,
PS1.
they all were until a certain point.
Tales of
Dance
Destiny
Dance
2,
Revolution,
PS1.
Disney Mix. Mario Kart
Ooh,
Super
I had
Circuit.
that.
That should have been game of the month.
I had Digimon Digital Card Battle. Or I didn't have it, I rented it. Yeah, Mario Kart Super Circuit could have been that. Yeah, Advance Wars I couldn't
can't
get
believe it.
into.
Yeah, Advance Wars didn't even get a silver medal. I'm surprised that it was rated so low. I thought this was considered like a classic.
It is. A lot of people like it.
Wow.
I don't.
ESPN Golf was good enough to be a silver.
Spider-Man
Pac-Man collection.
Mysterio Menace.
I owned this. I totally forgot about this game, but I totally owned it.
Was it
Yeah, because it came with like a fingerboard. I remember. Yep, right there. It came with a fingerboard.
and that's how you would
Remember
play.
fingerboards?
Yeah, I remember fingerboards. What?
Pokemon Crystal. Now that should have been game of the month, right, James?
Yeah, that should have been, especially Pokemon Crystal. Poke box office.
Look at
Oh,
this.
that's for the
This dude,
movie.
Mark gave it a 3.5. How can you give a Pokemon game a 3.5 out of 10? Seriously?
Yeah.
Let's hear what he says. I admit it. I once defended Pokemon to those who dismissed it as a kid's game. Even now, I considered it one of the best handheld games ever, or at least it was the first 5 times I played it. Gold and Silver introduced the real-time element and new monsters, but Crystal is just a rehash like Yellow was, and I'm just plain sick of it. I'm sick of the battles. I'm sick of the dungeons. I'm sick of the Pokeballs, and I can't be the only one. Crystal may top Gold and Silver, little animations, Battle Tower, etc., but it's not enough. If you've already played those games, unless you're obsessed or 10 years old. Like a level 80 Metapod, this series is long overdue for an evolution. Okay, that's a clever
Man,
one. I like that.
already? Like Pokemon hasn't even been out that long
Yeah,
at that time
at
frame.
that point, it was out for 3 years because Pokemon came out in America in '98. So that's
Yeah.
that's 3 years. Now we're on year 28 or
And
whatever.
he's already sick and tired
Wow.
of it.
That's pretty funny. I wonder where he is now, feeling about Pokemon.
Look at that Pokemon the movie. Hold on, it says 85 million, right?
Wait, where are you?
Right there says box office, Poke box office,
Oh,
85,
here. Okay.
right?
The games may have stayed popular, but the movies have taken a downward spiral. Pokemon the first movie, Pokemon 2000, Pokemon 3. Yeah, they did
Yeah.
fall precipitously. That's true.
It's funny. Pokemon the first movie I think was the one that had the record for best animated film or anime film rather until Demon Slayer, which is like
I didn't
destroyed
like
like
the
everything.
Pokemon movie.
What was that?
Let me just say, did you see? Are you into Demon Slayer? Have you seen Demon
I
Slayer,
watched it.
James?
Yeah, I took my kids to watch it on Tuesday.
You saw Infinity Castle?
Yeah, the animation
So
there is
good.
amazing.
So good. Like that. Just
Yeah,
even if you hate, just a quick aside from EGM, real quick.
yeah,
Even if you hate Demon Slayer, like just go to see the animation. It is beautiful.
yeah,
Absolutely beautiful.
yeah. My wife, she watched it. She doesn't know anything like Demon Slayer, but she watched it. She loved it too. It was like the animation was top notch. Like I'm impressed.
Top
I
notch.
always said Demon Slayer had the best animation in anime, and I remember talking with somebody, and he was like, "No, Jujutsu Kaisen has the better animation." I was like, "No, it doesn't." And then he's like, "Yeah,
Personal
you're right." No, like
What'd you
Demon
say,
Slayer
Van?
has a lot better animation. Like I like JJK, but Demon Slayer so much better animation. Uh, they definitely put, especially with this movie, the Infinity Castle. Like they put a lot of budget in there, and they did a
Oh
good
yeah.
job with it.
Well, it's a movie.
True.
I'm waiting for
true.
them to turn the movie into a season.
Yeah, I wonder if they will.
Because they did. Well, no, they did that with the.
They did that with the train.
With the train.
Yeah.
Mugen Train, Infinite Train. They did the same
But
thing
how-
with the train.
but
it was
the-
a movie, and then they came out with a breakdown
An
of
arc.
a TV series.
Yeah,
Like,
but I
of
think
an arc
with
on the show.
that wasn't that only like 10 episodes, or I'm sorry, wasn't that only like an hour and a half? Because this movie was like 2 hours and like 30 minutes. It was a long.
Yeah, it was a long movie.
Yeah,
That's fine. I'll wait for I'll wait for that 24 episode series.
yeah.
Dude, you should, if you can, man. Like I would so wholeheartedly recommend seeing it in theater on the biggest screen you can. It is a spectacle.
Go on a Tuesday.
on the big screen.
Tuesday,
Yeah.
cheap tickets. Yeah,
Just
it was
saying.
like
But anyway.
$6 for the ticket for us.
So good.
So
It
we
was
went
such a good
and watched
movie.
it.
Yeah, I'd be the only one going.
Yeah.
That's fine. I went by myself too. Nothing wrong with that.
My kids are too young to appreciate anime.
Yeah.
That's
Like
fair.
that. Like that.
Well,
anime.
I mean, I wouldn't let them watch that. I mean, me personally, because
It's a little violent.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty
yeah,
violent.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only anime that
oh.
they're watching right now would be like Pokemon every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll get there eventually, fan. You enjoy your Pokemon days for now, right?
Oh, I let them watch.
Just get them
Yeah,
into
I
Dragon
don't
Ball.
watch them.
Or maybe Z. Dragon Ball maybe is a little bit there, but Z. All right, what do we got here?
this is,
Bloody Roar 3.
This is back when
NBA
games
Street?
had codes. Remember those days?
Oh, yeah. Oh, these are the cheat codes. Yeah, at the back of the magazine, I would go into, like, anytime my parents went grocery shopping, go to the magazine section and see what cheat codes I can find and try to remember them.
Dude, that's why they started putting them in bags. You little jerk.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Going in looking like it's a library. They put them in bags. They get through that, you little brat.
Yeah,
They make your mom buy it.
that was me. Yeah, they would stop me from doing that. They're like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, I'm doing nothing. Not really.
I think we're getting to the end.
Yeah, Gran Turismo
Gran Turismo
3.
3. No, I think that's
Look at
about
that
it.
website, GameSpot.
Yeah, that still exists. GameSpot
Yeah.
still exists. Next month reviewed Silent Hill 2, Eco, Bomberman Online, Spider-Man Enter Electro, Dave Mira, Freestyle BMX 2, Spy Hunter.
Previewed
That's Silent
next
Hill
month. Shenmue
2.
2.
There you go.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate Dark
I
Alliance.
think
That
next
I
week
bet
we're
that Silent
gonna
Hill 2 intro. I bet that Silent Hill 2 review would be very interesting to read top to
yeah.
bottom, considering.
Next week
We
I
can do
think
it
we're
next
gonna
week.
go ahead and highlight, depending on what news we get, we'll probably highlight some
Mm.
of this instead of going through the whole magazine and just pick some important parts. Because there's a lot. Oh, look at these third-party
The Duke.
controllers.
That's like the
That's
XL
the
Duke. Look at that
X-Wing, yeah.
monstrosity.
The
That's
X-Wing.
that's the ugliest controller I've ever seen in my life. Like, what is
It
that?
is. It is. It doesn't look ergonomic
What?
at all.
Who wants to buy a controller that has a pelican on it? Look at that.
Pelican accessories. I wonder if it's affiliated with the Pelican like cases and stuff like that.
Look at that. I don't know. Anyway,
Devil May
Devil May
Cry.
Cry. Yep, that's it. That's the end of the magazine.
That's it. A good taste and trip to the past.
Good
Yeah,
nostalgia.
next week we'll go ahead and probably view the November issue, depending if we get any type of like real I guess like news. Because I feel like there's a lot of games coming out, but not a lot of news coming out right now. I know we're all busy with playing games, and we won't really get into what we've been playing because it is getting late already. But yeah, we'll definitely take a dive into that and see. And next week we'll probably talk about what we've been playing. I'm sure I'm not the only one playing Final Fantasy Tactics. Uh, Loving it. I think you mentioned earlier that you felt that you were what was it? That you were playing wrong or something like that. Like you thought you were doing something wrong because the
Yeah, I am because I'm getting my butt kicked so bad. Like I was talking to a buddy of mine today, and he kind of tried to give me some pointers and explain to me how some systems worked. And I read some article too about something to do to try to make myself better in the beginning. And I want to see if I can go grind a little bit and learn the JP
the JP
boost
boosts. Yeah.
skill. Yeah, actually that might help me a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting whooped like on the third battle, like not the intro battle, but like
Okay, so I'm not the only
second
one, and you know tactical RPGs. So if you're getting your
Yeah,
butt whooped, that means that maybe I'm not that bad.
and to me, like I remember like I was thinking back, I was like, I remember playing this game without grinding at all, and now
Mm.
I'm on the third battle and getting destroyed. Like something is wrong. So then I grinded, and now where I'm at, I think I'm like way over level because I'm just destroying everybody. But like I unlocked Dragoon, which is Dragoon you shouldn't unlock till way later in the game. But I unlocked Dragoon. I have almost all the job classes unlocked, and I just keep
Jeez.
switching because I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Let me go to the next job, and it's all because I have JP boost. So I keep JP boost on, and just like keep leveling up. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm pretty far into the game now, and like I'll probably beat it by the end of next week, more than likely. But I'm enjoying the story. Like the voice acting is great. They did a good
is.
job. In the beginning, I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about the voice acting. The NPCs are the ones that I'm like not really feeling it. Not NPCs are all NPCs, but like the not important characters. There we go. Those are the NICs, right? Those are the ones that I'm not really fans of when it comes to their voice acting. It's kind of threw me off. I'm just like, this is poor. I don't know. But the main characters' voices are great. You have what's his name? Are you doing
Ben
what?
Starr?
No, well yeah, Ben Starr is doing Dystar, Beowulf or Beowulf. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Which is, well, I don't want to spoil this. I won't say that because huge spoilers in this. And well, I'm not gonna say it anyways. But like this, I was gonna say anime. This game has like an amazing story from front to back. Like you get into it, and
Very dense.
they set up these characters for you to like hate. Like you start like, man, like this guy is such a douchebag. He needs to go, and they do it on purpose. So like you start getting a feel of the world of what everything's about and so forth. And yeah, it is really good, and it has a great ending. Great ending, sad ending, but great ending nonetheless. So, yeah, I'm excited to continue.
I'll get through it.
Do it. You need for the story alone. This will make you fall in love. Like if you liked 16's story, I'm curious to see what you think with this story because yeah, this thing like to
Isn't this
me
kind of like in the same vein as like 12 because it's like all about the zodiac and stuff? Isn't this like the same like world as like 12 and like
it
Vagrant story and
is.
stuff, or is it different?
Yeah, it is in the same world as 12. The funny thing is though, in 12 there's different like species right? You have like the Banga, the Vieira, and there's like the pig guys. But in Tactics, none of those like characters in the original Tactics. There's only humans. That's it, and chocobos. But there's nothing
And
else.
there's monsters too.
Well, there's monsters too, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like all the main
There's,
characters
but
you
there's
get,
no
they're
other
just humans.
humanoid species.
Gotcha.
Exactly. Like you won't see any other humanoid species pop up at all. It wasn't until Tactics Advance where they added the same type of species that they had in Final Fantasy 12, which I believe Tactics Advance was before Final Fantasy 12. Yeah, but it is in the same world and the same universe. Well, same world, same not continent, same Earth, I guess you want to call it. But yeah, very, very good. Highly recommend playing it. That is all that we have for today's podcast. Appreciate everybody for joining. As always, don't forget that like and subscribe button. Follow over on Twitch if you're over there, and also follow on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Brian, where can I catch you at?
I'm at red_so_deep on Twitter.
What about you, Fan?
You can catch me at Phaneckswhy at all the socials.
And as always, you can catch me right here at the Random Encounter. I'll be back tomorrow, probably continuing Echoes of Wisdom. Hopefully I'll finish it because honestly speaking, like
You
I
wanna
am
get it
kind of
done.
bored. Yeah, I get bored of the game, but I'm so close to the end. I just have this dungeon that I'm in, then one more, and then the final dungeon, and I'm done. So I was like, let me push forward and just get it out of the way, and then I probably will from there. If I don't decide to stream Legends ZA, I might do Clear Obscure, so I can finish that. So we'll see.
Yes.
It really depends on if Legends ZA hooks me like that, where I just want to just continuously play. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe button, follow on Twitch, all that other good stuff, and I'll catch you tomorrow.